What's up, Mike? Zach from Western Massachusetts. When Augusta Lawn Care was operating from Blaine, how large was the radius of your service area? Were you traveling to Bellingham or Ferndale? We are currently a two-man crew and still getting calls from other nearby cities approximately 15 to 20 miles away. I would prefer to stick to a more dense service area as I'm afraid of not being efficient, too much travel time, but also don't want to be missing out on opportunities. Is it better idea to put your foot down in the beginning or to slowly shrink your service area back as you grow? All right, so on this case, I really recommend that you start in a very specific area and you grow there. I know it's very hard to turn away business, especially when there's opportunities outside of your local area, and especially in good neighborhoods. And you're like, man, I could get 20. What if I got 20 lawns there? Don't do it. I just highly recommend it. You're going to be unprofitable for a long time. You're going to eventually have to either raise their price or cut them anyways as you scale and grow. Those are always the jobs that seems like where equipment breaks, things happen, and stuff messes up. And so I would highly recommend sticking within 5 miles. Like 5 mile radius is a lot of space. And to answer your question, when we started in Blaine, we only did Blaine. It was only when we moved to Bellingham that we really expanded in Bellingham, did an acquisition in Bellingham, and still had so much business in Blaine that it was worth driving 20 minutes. But 15, 20 miles, I would never do it. Just don't. The reason is because as you make your radius bigger, you have to market to all of those clients, and it gets harder and harder to make your brand, have brand awareness. I'd much rather be a big fish in a smaller pond. The reason we were so successful in Blaine is because there's like 6,000 or 7,000 people or less living there. And so when we did marketing campaigns, whether it be print or digital, everyone saw them. Everybody. We could hit every single person with a postcard on one campaign. And so everyone knew who we were. And so it's a really massive advantage. You do not need a ton of people to build $1 million business, or, even if you want to just build $500,000, you don't need a lot of people. You just got to realize if you have an average of $2,000 per customer and you get 50 customers, that's $100,000, right? So you don't need a lot of people, especially if you're doing hardscaping and landscaping. But even with mowing, it's recurring, so it builds on top of itself. I'd focus on small radius and just deep penetration. Don't go wide, go deep, and really try to get brand awareness where everyone knows who you are in that small market.